Hey guys, and welcome. My name's NG Paradox, and we are back in Republican Spain. Now, last time I did say I was going to let time go by a little bit, just so you guys don't have to watch every single little thing that happened just then, because we were waiting for a few things just to finish their kind of movement. It's going to take a long time to move places, it's going to take a long time to take places, but these guys have almost made it to this side of Africa, and back in the south, most importantly, our men finally took Durban. The tactic finally worked. We attacked them, and they finally gave in. You can see there, it is a glorious moment for our nation. So we must bring these men back north. The tactic now, we're going to make one final effort. Right now, I feel like this series, because this series was started when the game first came out, even before the game came out, actually, this was during the press release. This game was started, so I could get used to the tactics of the game and kind of see what the game was about. And I think we've done that, and we've made a lot of mistakes along the way, so I don't feel like now there's a possibility we can actually win. I think it's probably just going to stay with a stalemate between us and the Allies forever. So I think this is what the world's going to look like. I think what would happen probably in real life, we'd have made peace, and it would just look like this most likely. So what we're going to do, we're going to make one final last ditched effort to attack United Kingdom and try to destroy them. If we lose, we'll say we lost the war. I will take up on myself and say we lost the war. If we're able to do it, we'll say we won the war. Now, I think we'll probably lose, but we have to try. And communism is now 51% in Ireland. There's a chance maybe they'll turn to us, though they are on the Allies right now. And they have joined the war against us. There's a point, yeah. They are in the war against us. But yeah, we're going to bring our men up, so that's why we're going to do this. We're going to bring our men back up. We're going to cross over to Spain. Bring our men up to France. Get our planes ready. I already moved them in just before the last part over to here. Put a load of them here. So we have some fighters and stuff. Can we put these guys together? There's maybe too many here, actually. We have to move them around. Let's have a quick look here. We could probably put a load more planes over here. That's probably a good idea. How about to toggle to select this airwing? Okay, let's move a bunch of these planes over there. The naval bombers probably should just go over here. Yeah, I think that's costing a lot of these. And are they going to get there? 300, 800, there we go, so they're fine. So I've kind of moved some planes around to these two parts. We also have in Luxembourg a lot of fighters and stuff as well. It was 0 out of 18. Yeah, we've lost a lot of planes and stuff. We don't actually have that many planes right now. We have some down here. These are naval bombers. That could do with a few more. How about we move them over there? To Luxembourg. We also have some down here. I guess we can move all the naval bombers over to here. That's fine. Are they going to come? Yep, they're going to Luxembourg. There we go. So we've kind of moved all our planes up north. Now, I don't know how this is going to go. I'm assuming we're going to get completely destroyed. That's what I feel, but you never know. You never know with this game sometimes. And it could be one last final great battle and great effort, I think, to end this series with, or it'll just be a complete disaster and our men will all sink just off the English Channel. Either one, I think, is a good way to end it. All the Spanish men sink off the English Channel. Ah, it will be a repeat of the Spanish Armada that Philip II sent against Elizabeth I. History repeats itself, you know, that's why we do have to learn history. Gotta make sure you know. I mean, and also history. I know people always say that. They say, oh, if we learn about history, we can stop it from repeating. That is a good point. But it's not really the only point to learn history. History can teach you many things. It can teach you about politics. It can teach you about society, policies, government, philosophy, religion. It can teach you a lot of stuff. There are many reasons you should learn history. I'm sure anyone who watches my videos, probably a lot of them like history in some way. That would not surprise me. Okay, so our men are almost there. Now, you guys probably don't look so great. I'm sure you guys are very tired. This is desert. Go that way. We'll put them all there. These guys look... Oh, wow. These guys look terrible. Well, there we go. Okay, well, there we go. Yeah, because they hadn't gone down in so long, I kind of just gave up on them going down, but it looks as though it happened. So there we go. Africa belongs to us. There you go, allies. We'll now make one last ditch effort. So let's delete these. Are we going to have enough convoys, in fact? Huh. We're not going to have enough convoys, are we? We have 5 convoys. They've all been blown up. The Democratic Republic of Afghanistan has joined the Comintern. Well, yeah, I've just realized we can't... You can't even invade United Kingdom. Yeah, how would we be able to do that? We have no men. No men whatsoever. So we'll be able to get our men back to France, which is what we'll do. We're just going to take our men back to France for now then. But we're not going to be able to invade Britain. We have no convoys. There's nowhere for us to... We need them to turn communist, and they'd have to join us, but they're not going to join us because of the war and stuff. Yeah. We have to stage a coup. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, the only way to do it then is to stage a coup. Okay, staging a coup. Communist, of course. Okay. So we're going to try and stage a coup. When will this break out? When will this break out? Expected to finish 16th of October, 51. So it's going to take 1 year for us to be able to get them to do a coup. Now, if they do a coup, we can send our troops over. We could have done one in London. The Communist Party is pretty small. It's only 15%. So I feel like that won't be very good for us. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully we can make a big impact there. We've got to wait for all our men, though, to come up north. Which is going to take them a decent amount of time. And we can see in the east. In the east of Africa, the Allies have returned. Will this ever end? Will this ever end? You know what? Because we don't have enough convoys, yeah, even if we had enough things, do you need... I feel like you need convoys, even if you want to cross. So, I don't think we're going to have enough. Wait. You guys... Okay, I don't want to transform non-Babel. Okay, gotta put them there first. That's a bit of a shame. I'm just trying to think. I think even just to land, to go across, you might need convoys. We'll check when they get... Actually, I can just check here. For you. Okay, not there. Yeah, I don't think you can make it. We need 4... Yeah, we can't do it. Yeah, no matter what, we're going to need convoys. So, I think we're going to... You know what, guys? We're going to have to end this series here. I do apologize. I won't be able to do our last-ditch effort against United Kingdom. Because we actually lost all of our convoys. Look, we have none now. Wow, Britain really went to our convoys. That shows you then. That's another thing to put on the marker for what I've learned. Convoys are extremely important. So now we know that. If you want to defeat anyone who's an island, you have to have convoys. We can't do that now. So what we're just going to do one thing then, guys. Before we end this series, we're gonna end it here, I think, because I think we've got to kind of the edge of where I think this series will go. It's going to take it's going to be long and drawn out. It feels like if we just keep going. I don't really see how we can defeat Britain and America right now. just going to be a stalemate. They're not going to be able to invade us. We'll keep taking them, and we won't be able to get to them. So we're just going to make one last ditch effort of planes. We're just going to try and send all of our planes so we can try to bomb England. Go to southern France. Go to southern France. Yes, everyone. Everyone to southern France. Sorry, southern England, not France. There we go. Okay, so we now have them all there. That's like all the planes we have. And let's see what we can do. Maybe we can bomb enemy buildings. Okay, air superiority. We'll go for that. Air superiority. Very small ones there. No retreat. Day and night. I think we probably don't do day and night. But yeah. Air superiority. Yeah, just do air superiority for these guys. Naval strike. Port strike. Mission will not be executed. Air superiority is at 100%. Enemy air superiority at 100%. Wow. Okay. Let's do that one then. Well, let's see what happens here. Maybe we can get a chance to bomb. Probably not, though. I do not see this happening. Drop a nuke. 75% air superiority. That's quite a lot of air superiority, to be honest. 87% efficiency. Okay, we're already losing some. Enemy radar efficiency. Friendly radar efficiency, yeah. We have any radar efficiency. That is not good. Enemy fighters, 7,000. Yeah, we were never going to make it through, were we? Yeah, I don't see any way for us to make it through. Yeah, enemy, I suppose, at 83%. 0.4, 0.1, it's... Oh no, it went down, then it went up. 82. Come on, my men. Come on, my fighters. Oh, Grasshopper was killed over southern England. It's our last hope. We need you to succeed. 82%. We're never going to get enough. There's literally no way. I cannot see it. It looks basically impossible. At least one strategic bomber in range. But that's it, really. Strategic bombers. I do like strategic bombers. They look pretty nice. Yeah, we can't get any in the region. Yep. Our planes are slowly getting killed. As we can see. Yeah, air superiority has gone down. 85, 85.2, 85.9, 86. Yep. I think this is it. Okay, guys. Well, we can see from that it's basically going to be impossible for us to win this unless we suddenly got our production up again, which, like I said, because of the start of the series, we're not going to be able to do that. We didn't make it efficiently enough. But there we go. An ace pilot has been promoted. Well, there we go. Known as Sunshine. Well, there you go. We end the series on a lovely name of Sunshine. And the sun is going to set upon this world we've created. This is a freaky world. This is a freaky world, to be honest. An extremely strong Comintern. They've completely the whole of Germany. They're obviously communist. And we are communist. So that means communism takes up a lot of the world. The Allies, though, do control, obviously, the Americas. They control China, technically, we could say. And, of course, still India. So they're not doing too bad. They'd probably have quite a good fight against the Russians. In our situation, we're probably the weakest one. The Roman Empire. Communist Roman Empire. But we've done a good job. There's no way with our defenses the Allies would be able to get to us. A war with a Comintern would probably be quite fun. That one would be probably quite an even fight, actually, because the Italians have a ton of soldiers. That would be a very interesting one. But we're going to have to say goodbye for now. Things have been left to a standstill. The world powers, all fed up and tired of these wars, decide to sign peace. And this is what the world looks like at this point. But as I say, I hope you guys did enjoy the series. Personally, in my opinion, I loved the start of the series. The Spanish Civil War was really fun. Really loved doing that, learning the mechanics and stuff. That was really good. As it got later, though, I didn't enjoy it as much. I felt maybe the ending felt very tedious. It felt like it was ongoing. Like I say, that's probably my fault. It's probably not really the game's fault. I feel like that's more my doing, just because the way I played, I was still learning. I didn't really set ourselves up to be the best that we could. Though of course we were Spain, so it wasn't like we were the best nation in the world, but I definitely know if we did it again, I could definitely do better as Spain. I could definitely feel that now. But overall I enjoyed it. I'm glad we did it. A lot of things to ponder over that I learned. Even though now is a long time since the game was released. Personally, I think the game still has a lot of things it needs to do. I still think it feels quite basic. Vanilla does not feel completely polished, in my personal opinion, about this game. I think it's a bit like EU4. When EU4 was first released, it was an okay base. It was okay vanilla. Base game was fine, but after maybe, I think it was 1 year, it started to play really well. And actually now, EU4 is one of my favorites. I think EU4 now is amazing. It's one of my favorite strategy games at the moment. So I think they've done an amazing job on that. And that shows you the DLC really does work. But then again, in Hearts of Iron 4, I felt maybe too much was not in the vanilla. I mean, like, focus trees. I felt there should have been more focus trees and stuff overall. But obviously with DLC, that will probably expand upon that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the DLC in the future holds for this game. But so far, not completely sure how I feel about this game compared to the other ones. Definitely I'll put it below CK2 and EU4 for now, but that's like comparing apples and oranges. It's a bit unfair to compare it. I'd probably compare it a similar way I feel to Stellaris. Great base, great ideas, and great potential, but it needs more work. So DLCs and stuff maybe can fix it, but is that the way it should be? You know, gaming and DLC stuff is something people talk a lot about these days. It's a big, big debate. Personally, I have to admit, I don't like the idea of releasing a game that I feel isn't got enough. I feel that Hearts of Iron 4 should have had more into it, actually, personally. But then again, with Paradox, I really trust them because what they've done with CK2 and EU4, I think is amazing. I think those games have become much better than what they probably first started to look at for them. So those are good examples of where DLC has really worked. And so I think that they're just going to continue that model. Now, does that mean that will affect them in the future? Will they take things out and add them in later? Maybe so. I've heard people say they feel that way for EU4. I felt people say that they thought the AI was not great in EU and Hearts of Iron 4, which, yeah, I probably agree that AI probably could do with a bit of a makeover. It's not the best that we saw with Japan. But like I say, they've done a lot of work. AI is always built as it goes along. This is still the, pre-release build that I've actually been playing. So that means the game has probably already changed a lot as it is. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. How do you feel about the game so far? What are your thoughts for the future of Hearts of Iron 4? And of course, do you want to see more on the channel now that we know more about how to go with things? I'll see you guys later. I've been NG Paradox. And Viva la Spain. Viva la Roman Empire. And Viva la Comrades. I don't know why I'm saying Viva. Huh. See you then.